भवसागर तारन कारण हे रविनंदन वंदन कंदन हे शरणागत किंकर वीत मने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने हृदि कंदर तामस भाष करो हे तुमी विष्णु प्रजापति शंकर हे पर ब्रह्म परात पर वेद बने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने मन बारन शासन अंकुश हे नर त्राण तरे हरि चकुश हे गुणगान परायण देवगणे गुरुदेव दया करो दीन जने कुल कुंडलिनी घुम भंजक हे हृदि ग्रंथि विदारन कारक हे मम मानस चंचल रात्रि दिने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने ओम रिपुसूदन मंगल नायक हे सुख शांति बरा भयदायक हे त्रयताप हरे तब नाम गुने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने ओम अभिमान प्रभावरि मर्दक हे गोटिहीन जने तुमि रक्षक हे चित शंकित वंचित भक्ति दने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने तब नाम सदा शुभ साधक हे पतिता धम मानव पावक हे महिमा तब गोचर शुद्ध मने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने ओम जय सद्गुरु ईश्वर प्रापक हे भवरोग विकार विनाशक हे मन जैन रहे तब श्री चरणे गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने Om. What a beautiful bhajan. Is the flagship bhajan of Bharat SEVASHRAM. Very powerful. It's all encompassing. Everything is included in those verses. Bhavasagar taran karan he ravinandan bandana kandan he. That in this sansar, this illusion that we are in, this projection of the real, only through the Guru that we can unshackle this bondage and come out of the unreal to the real. You know, and then it continues to say that let the latent forces in us, latent forces, talents come out from us, so that we can activate them, so that they could be in our presence to be used. Let us expand our consciousness in all directions. Let the mind have no limitations, and let us break the bonds of the Abhiman. It's all said in this bhajan here. And then we always end by saying, only through the Guru this all could happen. Let us pay adorations to the greatest Gurus, and we call them in different names, these incarnations and manifestations of consciousness. They're the ones that know, and they are the ones that come down to help us to unshackle this. You know, Maya is whenever we go outside, meaning when we have our senses, we follow our senses in the outer world, then that is Maya. But when we go inside, then we're out of the bondage of Maya, illusion. So this way, you know, we have to like always go inside. So this morning, let us pay adorations to Surya Narayan, because he has to be the one to just keep us alive in all ways, keeping us in orbit, keeping us in keeping us warm, giving us bright light. Om Bhare Bhava Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Om Bhare Bhava Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. Well, welcome this morning again to this beautiful Monday of ours. How beautiful it is, exhilarating. There's no limitations, of course. There's no walls and ceilings. And I think this is the best Monday. Look at this peacefulness of the water, the sun reflecting on it, coming from the above and below. Ah, what a beautiful scenery here. Just being out here, you know, expand you into from a mundane to a spiritual plane. You know, in our ashram, the Swami Parameshananda would have speak about SANGHA, SANGHA Shakti and SANGHA Lord. SANGHA is but the ashram, the physical ashram and the Swamiji. And the SANGHA Shakti is but the divine power that is operating and started the ashram and sustaining it. It is there in the beginning, it is there in the middle, and it will be there in the end. And the SANGHA Lord, of course, is Swami Parameshananda, that physical form. Or when we go inside and we do meditation, we find out that he is no other than the God without name and form, as Krishna Bhagwan would have said. And whenever we perform activities, especially the monks of the ashram, these three things must be operating. Because if you show disdain for one of them, the SANGHA Lord or his power of his ashram, then you show disdain for him, meaning that you're showing disdain for God. But if you show love and devotion, have full faith in any one of them, then you have the power of all of them. So whenever I've learned this, that whenever I go on any task of the ashram, when I do them, that I have these three things in mind. Wherever it is, whether it's Nepal or Assam or Bangladesh or Fiji or Trinidad or Guyana or maybe Canada, anywhere I go, all United Nations, going to like 30 countries on conflict resolution, spiritual harmony. These things I have it. Namaste Ji. I have them foremost in my mind, and this is what is powering the whole activity of the ashram. And you know, it never fails. I could say I never fail in any endeavor that Swami Parameshananda would have put me to conduct. He always puts me in the right place at the right time, and he gives that divine power. And I could see this operational now that we're trying to do in Guyana. I am saying this of Guyana, you heard me saying this, because right now it's a very turning point in that ashram, that for 70 years since its inception by Swami Parameshananda, it has never been modernized. New buildings have come up, but the old ones have not been refurbished to standards today, like the Hindu college. It has to be modernized so that it gives that added strength and power. And the whole compound there, 20 acres of land, has to be refurbished and renewed. And let it be a place of pilgrimage and also a place of tourism. Because, you know, the more people come to the ashram to see its beauty and to receive its divine power, that is the purpose of the ashram. Of course, the Hindu college is there and the primary school, and these are the institutions that are the main activities of the ashram. Because without activity in an ashram, it is kind of a little dormant and is not up to its full potential. So we're looking to do that in each of the projects that we're doing, from the main road all around the compound, each building. This is all part of the totality of the refurbishing, and they're all interconnected. Because if you do the one and don't have a plan for the other and show the interconnectedness, then what happens? Then you will encounter problems. And the most important thing, that each person is coming forward to be in this project. He or she brings his own speciality, and that speciality will have to be recognized and respected and accepted with full respect. So this way we get a complete cooperation, collaboration. And the key to this project is the Guyana Ashram, the structure of the ashram, president, vice president, secretary, and on the whole full spectrum. Because us from America and Canada, the team is just to bring this ashram to that stage, and throughout the process the Guyana Ashram has to be in the forefront. We're just assisting, and when the project is over, we can say, okay, you turn it over completely to the local committee and the Swamiji in charge, and the head miss there, Miss Rajkumari, and the Swamiji, Swami Shiv Shankarananda. So this is the vision that we have, and I could see there in the team, there's so many people who are having this vision, and we want to execute it. This also, it should be in your life. You should have these three things that are operating in you as householders: Shanga, Shanga Shakti, and Shanga Lord. That you should go to the ashram for being in satsang, and you'll feel the power of the Shanga Lord, and then you will be worshipping and showing adoration to the Shanga Lord. When these three things are operational, then they can be failure. And this is how we overcome the Maya, the illusion, the projection. Because if we cannot overcome Maya, Maya is everything. When we go outside and what our five senses see, and with the five elements, this is all Maya. But when we turn it inside and do introspection, the Maya goes away. And then through repeated, through over and over with the grace of the Guru, through yoga and meditation, then you'll see that you get into that place where you can say to yourself in the end, oh, in this lifetime, I've moved to the place, I've come out of this yoga, I've come from running outside and looking for help outside. I found it inside, and our journey is over. Wanting name and fame and accumulation of wealth becomes obsolete. You discard those things, those thoughts and words and actions, but you go inside, and this is what we need to do. With that being said, let us chant some Guru Mantra. This is the meditation, Japam and meditation. Om Sri Guru Shivaya Namah. 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 What a beautiful morning. I hope you're getting that divine power. You're starting to get it. And I pray that the Guru, Swami Parameshananda, and all the great Gurus, the Christ, the Buddha, Bhagwan, Sri Krishna, Mother Durga, whatever those Gurus, those Moksha Gurus that you are praying to, they're all the same. Let us have a beautiful day. Hari Om, Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om.